We will go on the record in the matter 05 FA 78 in re the support or maintenance of NSR. Appearances are, we do have Mr. Reynolds appearing in person in custody with his counsel Philomena Quebec in person. We have corporation, you're not on his child support?
I'm not on the child support. I'm not on this one.
Excellent. All right, then strike that. She's on his other matters. So he's appearing pro se. We have Corporation Counsel Stephanie Thomas Schmidt in person. We're set today in this matter for a motion hearing. I am just gonna have to ask the baby step outside. We were here on November 21st, 2025, in which Mr. Reynolds failed to come to court. Ms. Stephanie Thomas Schmidt, Corporation Counsel, what is it that you're asking for today's purposes?
Your Honor, I'm asking that the stay be lifted on the entire jail sentence and that Mr. Reynolds be confined for 35 days consecutive to any other matter. I would note he does have the pending criminal matters and the criminal cash bond that'll be addressed separately. I do believe this is appropriate. We've been, this contempt action has been going on for at least 2 years. Mr. Reynolds' non-appearance on November 21st is particularly egregious, given he had a missed appearance on November 5th, was given a warrant, was able to pay that warrant given the 21st date. He was out of custody for approximately a week. And during that week, he missed court here, missed court in his criminal case, and was given the $3,000 cash warrant that we're here on for child support. He has not made payments since he was, we have a tax intercept, it looks like. No, that was the cash bond, I apologize. Posted in November, that came through in December. And we have $14.21 that came through in January. We've had nothing since then. Mr. Reynolds is under an order. It's a weekly order that amounts to $512.24 most months, $92.32 owed on arrears each month. That has not been paid. Mr. Reynolds' arrearage total is $24,214.07 plus $554.04 in costs and fees. Back in October, when we filed for the motion to lift the stay, we were requesting only 15 days. The stay be lifted on only 15 days, but given the conduct since the filing of that motion, I do believe it appropriate to have the full 35 days, the stay lifted on the full 35 days.
All right, thank you. Mr. Reynolds, you're here without an attorney, and you can retain an attorney if you wish to do so. What's going on?
That court date I missed, I just think misinterpreted what was said, because when I posted the bail, I misinterpreted that I would have to that would be taken for the thing, and I wouldn't have to come to the court date. I would just have to contact the office, and then but I didn't do that either. And so the warrant was for me, and then so it just all went downhill, and I just went on a run until just recently. And I lost my job, and like just a lot of stuff happened where I just didn't really care anymore. But my auntie passed away, and suddenly, I don't know if she was bad cancer, and then she passed away during that time. So I just really didn't really care much. But and I know that's selfish to me, to just put everything on back hold. But I do take care of my children and stuff. I just want you guys to know that it makes it seem like I don't. because you guys want all this money from me, which I don't have. Like, it's an insane amount of money you guys asked for me. Like, I don't have that much money.
Have you looked at any options of filing any motions if you're unemployed or you have no money?
No, because I had a warrant, so I just like didn't really try to do nothing. But I do have employment waiting for me now. Like, and that's not a cash job like my last job was. Remember, before I told you it was hard because it was mostly cash. But this job is it's a maintenance job through the same place in Hurdle. It's all paper, so it'll be paid bi-weekly. They're just waiting for me to get out and go get the paperwork and start that.
How much an hour?
I believe it's between like being a tribal member and then being I think it'd be between 15 and 17 an hour. And then with that, I can easily like that you guys will get your payments on time because it'd be all through the payroll department. I won't have that's not a cash tip job. That was my biggest thing because I want to get checked or like check stubs even from my last job because I made the cash tips, and I would just give my kids the money from me to them without.
You knew you can't do that.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I mean, you can in addition to your child
Yeah.
support, but you have to pay your child support.
I
And
know.
it hasn't been asked to be looked at or modified or anything like that through a motion. So what it is what it is.
Yeah, I know. I was able to like say I'm sorry for that, and then this job will, because they offered me the slot job too, and I told them I'd rather take the maintenance job because of that. It would be all paper.
And I will let you know that on November 17th, 2025, when we had the hearing, the court amended the warrant to $2,000 cash, which you were able to post and
Yeah.
and this is the minutes. I mean, you know how to use CCAP, right?
Yeah.
Because you go on it and you look all the time, right? To see if you have a warrant.
Once in a while, yeah.
This is the exact moment the hearing shifts completely. Up until now, the judge was listening carefully and even giving Reynolds opportunities to explain himself. But once the judge realizes the defendant clearly understands how to check court records and monitor his warrants online, the credibility of the misunderstanding argument starts collapsing fast. And legally, that matters a lot. Courts usually have more patience when someone is confused or uninformed. But when the judge believes the defendant knowingly ignored the process, the tone changes immediately. You can also hear the frustration building because this case has apparently dragged on for nearly 2 years with repeated violations. What makes this especially dramatic is that Reynolds actually admits several times that he knows he messed up. So now the courtroom isn't debating whether mistakes happened. It's debating whether the court has any reason left to keep giving chances. Let me ask you guys, do you think the judge is being too harsh here, or had the court already given him more opportunities than most people would ever get?
Yeah, and so you know how to look up your cases, right?
Kind of. If I could,
Don't tell me kind of.
I just type my name
I
in.
know I can tell your BS. Don't
Okay.
tell me kind of.
All right. Well, yeah. Then.
You do, right?
Yes.
And so when I look at the minutes from that hearing, and I'm quoting all of this, as to 05 FA 78, the court will amend warrant to 2,000 cash and sets another status conference for this week to determine if the stay will be lifted or the purge will be extended. Child Support Agency, CSA, may reschedule.
See, that's
They may reschedule.
okay.
That's where it was, could it be a different date? Otherwise, it's that date.
Okay. That's where I didn't interpret what. I'm sorry about that.
Because you understood you needed to go talk to child support, correct?
Yeah.
And you didn't do that?
No.
No. How many days credit does he have as of right now?
He's been in custody since the 27th.
24th.
The 24th?
Yep.
Of April?
Yes. Our paperwork, okay, I see it. $12 days credit.
12 days. All right. And do you understand what child support is asking, Mr. Reynolds, to lift the stay and have you sit 35 days? Because
Yes, I do.
enough's enough. It's been 2 years that you're given this purge agreement.
I know,
And you haven't complied with it at all, not in 2 years.
I know.
And the only way that money has been received is when
It's
you
to my bail.
are facing jail time.
Right.
Or you miss court and a warrant is issued, right?
Right.
So do you have any reason why the court should not find that you should be sanctioned to 35 days?
No, I don't. Like, I honestly, like, I probably deserve that. But like, if I get that, then I might miss out on this
You're
job.
not gonna miss out on the job. You and I both know that.
Well, this job, it's like, I might have another job.
Mr. Reynolds, you and I both know you're not gonna miss out on that job. Even if you sit 60 days, you'll still
Okay.
have the ability to go reapply, right?
For other jobs. I'm just saying this specific job.
Well, I'm not so sure that you won't have the ability to do this specific job
Okay.
later. So based on that and the fact that there's no real argument here, the court is going to lift the stay 35 days of jail consecutive to any other sentence. And then with that, that means that the purge should be done and he starts all brand new, like a
Correct.
brand new baby.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yep.
it
Correct.
all starts new.
Okay.
And with the number of, the amount of the arrears and the, issues with compliance on the purge, if you go 120 days without paying, we can refer it for felony criminal charges.
Yeah. I understand
You
that.
don't want that,
No.
but here's the thing. Child support isn't going to start and make you collect while you're in custody. It's gonna start the month after,
Okay.
or probably the month of, I don't know when he would be released. But you'll have time when you're released to go look to see if you can keep that job or other similar job
Okay.
within the organization.
Yeah.
So 35 days and the purge starts, so
The purge
Purge
will
is
be
gone.
completed.
agreement, that order's gone. You
Okay.
start brand new. So you're gonna start fresh with your monthly payment and your arrears payment, and then you're going to consistently pay. Because as you heard Ms. Thomas Schmidt, they may not give you an option to have a purge
I know.
next time,
Thank you for that.
okay? Okay, so we are adjourned as to that matter.
So do I get them days credited?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
35 days plus 12 days of jail credit. All right, we're adjourned on the family matter. Ms.
That's
Kevitt,
consecutive.
In the end, the judge decided the repeated missed hearings, unpaid child support, and failure to follow court orders outweighed every explanation Reynolds gave in court. The stay was officially lifted, meaning he'll now serve 35 consecutive days in jail, although he does receive 12 days of credit for time already served. The court also made something crystal clear moving forward. This was essentially a fresh start, but future violations could escalate into felony criminal charges if payments stop again for an extended period. What makes this case so compelling is the collision between personal hardship and legal responsibility. Reynolds spoke openly about losing motivation, losing family members, and struggling financially. But the court focused on accountability, compliance, and the long history of missed obligations. Cases like this always divide public opinion because some viewers see a man overwhelmed by life, while others see years of ignored court orders finally catching up with him. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.